We live in North Carolina, and we decided to take a trip to the Outer Banks on Memorial Day. So this is the area of the Outer Banks that we went to. It's the North River, and here off the North River is the North River Campground. As you can see, it's got quite a nice area, and we stayed in this one spot here. Here's me playing around with my drone. It had really wide open spaces, and I really enjoyed playing with this fun little toy. My dog loved the open spaces too, and I loved getting out there and playing with him and having a great time with him. And we bought him this little duck stuffed toy. Well, actually it's not stuffed, but he loves playing with it. But as you can see, this campground is surrounded by a wall of trees, and just over the horizon there you can sort of see the sound, and it has this beautiful lake. And I just want to say hi with my drone there. Kay was having a great time knitting, and my dog was like, what the heck is that thing? But it's a nice little campground, nice little bird houses all around, and we had a great time on Memorial Day. There's places to camp, there's lots of wildlife around. We even saw bears, but fortunately we didn't take any pictures. So we went down to the Kill Devil Hills and went to the Wright Brothers Memorial. The museum was closed due to COVID-19, but we were able to sort of peek in and sort of see the Wright Brothers plane. And this is Kay outside one of their workshops. They had a home away from their Ohio home here at Kitty Hawk, and I can't believe they did all the work inside this one little warehouse. But this is the memorial. It's kind of a triangle-shaped building, and these are the little markers of their first 4 flights on December 17, 1903. I made a little animation about it. That they kept on working and kept on flying. So in the back, there's a really sort of steep hill with a big open field in the back. In the back of the monument, they have this bronze statue of the plane and people there of that incident. I was like, yeah, let's go! You can see Orville taking controls of this plane, and he's actually wearing a suit, which is really interesting. I wouldn't be wearing one. Kay got into the action of it, congratulating the flight and sending them off. I thought it was kind of neat on the statue. The propellers looked like this because it looked like they are actually moving. They have paths all the way up to the monument, and so I decided to take a trip up there. So we're here at the top of the Wright Brothers Monument, and it's pretty windy up here. My dog is pulling me everywhere she wants to go. But we're having a fun time and just enjoying this cloudy weather. But I'm glad to be up here and out and about. From up here you can see the whole memorial grounds with all the different kind of pathways and buildings. And out there you can sort of see the ocean, and we decided to go. So here we are walking up over the sand dune, over to the ocean, and my dog Cornbread, she was really excited to be there. But when she got to the waves... Cornbread! Come on! Enjoying ourselves at the beautiful ocean.
It's a little windy.
Yeah, a little bit windy out here, but we're having a good time.
Wish you were here.
Yes, it was really windy and the waves are really choppy. But it was neat to be able to go to the beach and just spend some time there. Even though there wasn't very many people there due to the COVID-19 precautions. After the beach, we went to Nag's Head for a sit-down restaurant meal. We hadn't had a meal in 2 months sitting at a restaurant because of the COVID-19 precautions, but these fish tacos were great. When we came back, I took my dog out for a walk and I was trying to get close to this birdhouse. I was walking up slowly to it, but the birds all flew away.
You scared them all away, girl. You scared them all away.
But the birds came back and I was able to take a couple of shots. We went up north to this swamp called the Dismal Swamp. And we tried to take out our bikes and with our dog Cornbread up on these trails. And it was a really nice ride. Really easy to ride. All the trails were paved. And it was a really beautiful ride right next to the canal of the Dismal Swamp. My dog Cornbread really loved being out with us. She wants to be with us wherever we go. And so having her in the little basket was really a fun thing to see. Kay was pointing to a marker that's actually on the river that tells the boaters how far it is to the Virginia line. And here it says 19. But there's a lot of landmarks, and this canal was used in the Underground Railroad, so it was neat to see. After dinner one night, we got to cook out and start a fire and cook marshmallows. The next day I got my drone out and I saw the turtles sunning themselves on the bank of the lake, so I tried to get closer. But a lot of times they just went into the water. But I tried, and I just loved playing with this little drone in the wide open spaces. But sometimes I get careless and crash. Here I am sinking up on another turtle. Oh, it went away. Darn it. But the birds there didn't really like me getting close to their nests. They're kind of dive bombing me and trying to get me to go away in my little drone. But once they discovered that I was not a threat, they came back. And this is our swimming area? I don't think so. So I started playing around with the drone a little bit, and one of the features is a tracking ability, so I got it tracking me. And I basically tell it, back up. But it can track me pretty well, and I think that just playing with it is fun. And here I am. I think I see a bunch of other turtles, and I'm going to try to get real close to this one. I missed those two down there, but this one was just kind of sleeping, but then it went away right into the lake. But the lake is really beautiful. They got a lot of paddle boats and canoes and stuff like that that you can take out. I decided to take on my dog. Cornbread, my dog Cornbread is really funny, and I got down sort of on her level, and she was just having fun with it. I think that she thought it was something to play with, but I think she knows that it was making so much noise that it was kind of bothering her, I guess, a little too, but I was just having fun with her. She's a good dog. And so I decided to put on my safety gear and try to get on my one-wheel riding board. Now, it's been over a year since I broke my leg, and so I said, well, this is grass. I should be able to go on the grass and ride it. So here I am riding my one-wheel, and I'll speed it up here so you don't have to watch me slowly ride around on the grass. Cornbread wanted to chase me, but I really had a fun time getting back on this board. I've been wanting to getting to ride it, and so I got enough courage to get back on it and ride it. So it's sort of getting more and more confident. One thing about grass is you never know when you're going to hit a hole, so it's kind of unpredictable. That's why getting on the road is a lot better. I went all the way around and came back and was riding it back on the grass again. And Cornbread I think she wanted to ride with me. But if you have a chance to ride a one-wheel, it's so much fun. And it's just something that I just get a lot of enjoyment out of. So here I am for a picture perfect thumbs up. The turtles were out again, and it's just neat trying to get pictures of them, just seeing the beautiful lake and the sunny skies. But the next day got kind of rainy, and so we built a puzzle showing this area where we are, and it got really wet outside. My dog loved playing in the mud, and she got it all over me. Even the fire was hard to start. So we took a drive to the sound and looked out there, but the rain was about to happen, and so we caught some baby cows, calves, on the way back. But we had a really good time at camping, and it was time for us to leave. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.